Taiji slide, two blue flip Bronco.
You're not doing really any blitzes because you don't have she's not ready for your smokes yet.
We don't run smokes yet.
Okay. You could be running some bullets if you wanted to.
Yeah. And it
how
really
about
don't want.
dogs?
Huh?
He's not ready for dogs
No, because that's
a
got
smoke.
smokes. So here we are in slide. Okay, and we treat this just like an overshifted pro set. This is why a lot of times we don't get 20 personnel, because it's, unless you run options somewhere back down here, it's hard to beat. Slide, and you got a Bronco call, and you're playing two at the top.
One more time.
What's your wayside linebacker got in Bronco?
Him,
Yeah.
he's just like blue coverage and pass shows. He's a slice player. He just works for leverage of the curl.
And which safety's playing like a
He's got vertical and first out.
first time?
Never crosses the hash.
If sprint out happens. Here he should be real slow for cutback reverse, which he is, and then pursuit angle. This guy's going to be good. He's a redshirt freshman tailback. He's from, look good there. Now we got a sky call the way it should have been called. Reading right, two.
Is this a wing adjustment or you got a blast?
No, it's a wing adjustment.
You got a double bubble in there.
Again, biggest thing, safeties are going to show up now. Zero fiddle, we're a man.
Okay.
Just tell you what, tell you what it is.
There's no reason for him to come down because of the motion. This guy,
One more time. Okay.
he should have stayed right here.
Now on your zero fiddle, should that safety in the middle have worked still up at tight end?
Well, it's not fiddle. I told him with zero fiddle, like you and I talked the other day, anytime he got a twins, I had him check free.
Oh, yeah.
So that he could give help down the middle. We just gave him man on the back. The guy that I'm pissed off at here is this guy. Well, I don't know who he thinks is going to cover him. But again, making a lot of calls to make sure that you get everything taut. There's that damn boot play.
So zero fiddle versus twins, two back, checks free. It's a little bit like.
That's not true. But if you
Not
need-
necessarily.
If you
But
need, if you
in
need
this game,
leverage,
I yelled from the sidelines and told him to it.
if it's eye backs or something.
Eye backs, I wouldn't want to
You
do
need,
that.
you need leverage
That eye
back
backs
there.
have
It was, but as a general rule, eye backs, we stay in a fiddle. We'd want the back to be over the
The
weak.
last one was,
One back.
it was a weak set.
Yeah.
Right
See it?
Far.
High or strong?
You played the fiddler on the roof. Play the roof coverage.
And the guy who screws this up and saved his butt is him. When this crosses, this free safety should have taken this. Now I brought in the guy that hadn't played. He should have had the drag coming across because of the boot action. He should have, this guy would have arrowed out. He had him now because the guy didn't arrow. He's able to pick up the drag for him. Robber rules. See him? Swing deep to three. Free safety's the only guy that screws this whole thing up.
What coverage in again, Gary?
Two blue.
Two blue.
Pretty good job by the corner, to be honest.
If Free screws it up, he should have been going with that sail.
Free should have been coming across to see the corner was going to squeeze down and take one vertical. See, they traded.
What's your call here again?
Two blue.
Two blue, okay.
Good job of showing.
Oh, this is the option boot you were talking about?
Yeah, shoot. You'll see any kind of penetration though, blitzing and stuff, causes this a lot of problems.
91 had a good grip on that 6 technique there too.
There's that,
Is that back again?
we're in cover 5. See, and again, I never call cover 5 in a first down situation to the read side, but for teaching purposes, now I want to see the corner, because the corner's the 4th player, and he does really just a great job here, coming off and playing pitch, doesn't he?
The Velcro, the Velcro man.
I'm gonna find out in spring.
Always has amazed me how, if we're trying to hold them up, they just run by us. And if they're trying to block us, like he just was, they seem to be able to block us for a long time.
Like this, really praise him up, helmet on, ball. Okay, we start a new series.
Looks like you're in 2.
3s are up. No, this is 2s are up. We got 2 blue sky. Up front, we just got type G, so it's a Liz call. Nice job, crack rules in cover 2 like we covered last night. You come to cracks, corner goes to quarterback. Watch this, the redshirt freshman. That's that number 14's cousin I was telling you about, 21.
It's his cousin.
He's 6'4", 260. Watch him run.
Uh-oh.
We'll hit that guy.
That damn quarterback
Like, huh?
tackled the red
Well,
shirt.
don't worry. And I walked up to him, and then Fran, as soon as I got done, he says, "Do I need to say anything else to you too?" I said, "No." I've learned when I see something like that, I come running and hollering.
It's hard against an option team.
Oh no, coach, that's your job. Tell you what, who's not bad against is the swoop here. If he just went and tried to pull himself back inside, he was great and just kept working it.
Pipes.
Again, biggest thing is you're trying to make it a single block.
Right.
If it's a single block, he reaches you fast and you get up the field and you beat the tackle, fine. Here, he does a good job. It's terrible by them. That's another redshirt freshman, I think. We took him, his dad played 12 years in the pros. He's from Beaumont, a kid by the name of Robert Pollard. He was a fullback. He's a fullback at 222, and now he's 253. Squat at 550 and bench 375. He'll probably run a 4.6 something.
Is this 2?
Let's see here. We got Bronco back here. I wish this guy would line up deeper. And this is 2 reading left.
Line up deeper and then move up, or?
Yeah, well, there's no reason that he can play at 8, and then you can't really tell that's a half or what. I can tell that's man this way. Nice job by the free safety helping with the drag route, and this guy's supposed to look for the late cross. And he does.
One more time.
This is a hard play now. Not very many people defend this play right here.
This is exact, oh, throwing it back out to that guy?
Well, no, they're going to throw it over here.
Yeah, this is what.
But
Indiana
this one, our
does.
offense, see, this is number 2 offensive line. They got to get better. They're getting their ass kicked. And that's not exactly what you're
Push it
thinking.
out one more time, coach. Somebody turn this guy loose down here? The right corner, you should turn it down.
Oh, he pulled
Oh,
it up.
He pulled a hamstring.
That corner runs all the way across with that?
If he's deep,
Huh?
I guess.
He will squeeze it down. If he doesn't get a number 2 threat, which is the tight end block, and he squeezes down, because his is a swing deep guy right here.
3 swing deep. Huh?
Free safety help the corner, weak safety help because the tight end delay. Because the free safety never sees this guy. He gets lost in the whole thing.
Stone's back there, maybe, thank you.
I think that's where the other offense has to stand back on.
What's your call here?
Let's see here. Boundary G Army. Boundary G Army, cover 3. It's not Boundary G Army. Well, it might be with the 3s, but it's not.
Yeah.
They got no Army.
Cover 3, gotcha. One more time. Corner still playing way inside, huh? No flat foot by the middle guy.
See how that number 36 with his ribs, watch how long it takes. He delivered the hit, now watch it.
Can't get up in.
I mean, he is, I mean, I give the admiration to do it, but I mean, Jimmy Christmas. See, he can't
He's
wrap
protecting
up.
himself, yeah.
Yeah, he can't wrap up. Wide, two blue flip, corner comes across.
Okay, one more time, just go back to that a second. All the way back. Okay, so you get, somebody didn't get here the wide call, right?
Yeah, these, well, this is what, here's what the problem is. He is our starting strong safety. We've been working him at weak safety because we have no others. Birds on the field, these guys don't remember, if they're not thinking about it, they don't remember which one they are. First scrimmage. So I got two strong safeties on the field, and so Russell listens to the read side call, and Bird does. So it takes us about, this is the first time this has happened, because he hadn't been running with the ones, and this is a mess. Man included. Again, you also have that freshman free safety that's never played here. It's not helping him out much. This must be the twos. It is the twos. That's the other shovel. The three shovels of 14. He was a scholarship quarterback at A&M. Transferred. He's a tight end now. I bet he's really happy.
Okay, let's talk about this one for a second.
Okay.
Give me a call.
I don't know where it went down to here.
Let's just say-
We're two out here. We check roll.
Okay,
We got outside
okay.
the tackle. And if you had something on, you might get a solo call, but probably not because they're in the sky.
Okay, if you had solo on, that happens kind of quick enough that, who would make the solo check?
Always the same guy, the weak safety.
All right.
There's only one guy that can ever make a solo
Okay.
check.
So, but I'm the free safety over here, I'm getting ready to make a roll call. I'm saying roll, 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 but I don't hear the guy in the back saying solo, solo, solo.
So you gotta play roll.
So you're playing roll, because that's what I call on that side.
There's 36 again. I mean, not bad, 'cause it's, but still, he needs to go attack the back. He needs to play run first. Start seeing pursuit angles showing up a little bit.
You guys run a pursuit drill?
Yes.
Why don't we just pause a second and see what it looks like?
We should draw up there on the board.
And I want to hear about your tackling circuit and your takeaway circuit too, because I know we're starting to
Rabbits
wind down here a little bit.
on the sideline.
Can you pop that
They
one
stand,
up there?
if this is the line, and I'm the quarterback,
You want to watch any more of that?
don't matter to me, so whatever you want to watch.
We'll go to that two combo. Two combo.
But I'm here, I get a defense out front, I'm gonna call it coverage in front. So I'm gonna call tight G, cover two.
Gotcha.
Come out, you got your ends. Everybody lines up, I'll give them an arm whichever way so they know where to read. So let's just say he says reading left.
So you don't actually give them a tight end or anything?
Yeah, I'll just go like this. So it comes out, we got again the rabbits are out here. They're 5 yards behind me. I'll drop back, I'll see these guys will take a step up the field. One step, they're moving their feet. Since we're reading left, I'll see everybody drop to where their drops would be in a perfect drop drill. And then what I'll do, I'll never throw the football. All I'll do is because that's where you screwed this, you've always screwed pursuit up. When you throw the ball, the guy doesn't catch it, it don't bounce there. So all I do is come back and I open. The guy's 5 yards behind so that you get more of a relationship. And then we just coach up. And this side guy, everything we do, because at one time where we screwed this up,
Why don't
we
you
used to.
throw that one to me?
Yeah, I got one.
Here, throw that one to me. If it's dead, let's bury it.
As we come up, everybody coming on ankles. The biggest kicker to this is when they run by, you
Is
don't
he out of
run,
bounds?
you know, he's right inside the line. He's gonna run right down the line. Now, everybody takes a path, as you've all done, don't cross. You know, he already started over, so he ends up like this. We call this guy insurance, we call this guy money. And we build a ball. The biggest thing is when they get to the guy, so that they don't go out of control, they have to touch the inside hip and automatically they don't run off the sideline. They have to turn, sink their hips, turn, and they're facing a coach. We got a coach standing here and a coach standing here. We actually got this from Texas Tech. Well, a couple of little things in it. We've always done this. But then, so when you get done, everybody comes through, touches the guy, except the backside end. Backside end, all he does is shuffle down the line. Because he's never part of pursuit drill. And we don't want him to be. Ball's thrown, so everybody's lined up in a line. Now, if they run past the line, they're going to do it all over again. Because we want them to come in control on the sideline so the guy doesn't cut back. So he blows the whistle, they all sprint up, get a breakdown, they're done. This group's already started doing the same thing. I've got 3 groups going at the same, about the same time.
They touched the hip and you said they stopped inside the line?
Yeah, when they're going here, I touch the guy, get turned around on the line, and moving my feet. Because what happens is, what happens, the guy goes running over here, and he just, as soon as he touches, he goes running off the sidelines.
Right.
Okay, so that's the one you do, right?
Yep. Then also we'll do is we'll put cones outside about the hash, and I'll have split backs. And then we'll do a run drill sometimes just to change it up where I'll toss it to the guy. So I got a safety out here. I'll see him force, this guy's got to run inside of it, and then go down the hash here, knock down the sideline. So you see the corner come in from here, you see the free safety from here, and you see everybody else like this.
Once that corner tags him, once that safety's in position.
Moving your feet.
Moving your feet, and then get ready to go to a coach again.
Now, in that, we do a perfect drop drill where we're going to start doing this next when we get back, which teaches all the same, but we take the D-line out. We're going to put a guy here in the middle and on the 2 hashes. We're going to drop back. Then we have guys at 5 yards that are going to cross the field. Young guys. So I'm here, guy standing on the hash. So I call tight G cover 2. And I show them the strength, so they say Liz, read and left. So I'm going to drop back, they're all going to drop to their spaces. First guy in these lines are going like this. So they have to be able to get their head on a swivel. Then these guys will drop. So I'm either going to throw it to one of these, or I'm going to throw it here. But when the ball goes to here, instead of them catching it, because we don't feel like there's a drill as far as we're not paying attention when we get there. Do a good job, is they're going to tip it. So now, it could go anywhere, you got to be able to react.
And how about if you throw it to one of these guys crossing, they're going to tip it too?
No, they'll catch it. The biggest thing is we're trying to teach leverage and like shooting a gun, you need to lead them. That's the worst thing our guy's doing is, here he is, the guy's going to throw the ball and the guy breaks, the young guys break like that instead of like that.
Rubber band rule.
What's your rubber band rule?
Put the rubber band on the guy you're going to, and when you snap it, that's where you go. You don't go to where he's running.
I never thought of it that way.
But that drill there also teaches you to work deep to shallow. Because if they're crossing and they start to come up on those guys and you throw it behind.
Well, we've always done just a perfect drop drill and break on them. We've done 3 steps, sprint out, and so we can teach how to pull the field, pull the chain, do all that stuff. So we've been doing that. Now the second step is going to get the crossing routes, and get the ball thrown down the field. What else? Tackling circuit?
Yeah, tackling circuit.
Well, biggest thing we changed 2 years ago, I think it's helped because of enthusiasm.
Is this early in practice, or?
Yeah, we do this the first period. If we do takeaway or tackling circuit, we do it right at the beginning of practice.
Okay.
is that we have now moved, coaches used to do, went clear to the sidelines when you knew you did stations. He makes us move into the hash. So here's the 30. So we're clearing at the hash, so it's like this. So you got 4 stations at the 30, 30, and 30, so they're not running very far. It's a high enthusiasm deal too. Now the first tackling circuit is what we call button latch. What it is you
You don't have film of this, right?
I do have film of it,
But not with you here.
not here. Is when we do tackling, we do it mostly with all bags, and they have to hold them tight when we do circuits. And everybody does different drills where they go their own. But what happens is we'll have 2 bags laying in between here, and there'll be usually 8. There'll be 4 stations. So come up here, guys. The guy's going to step on this side, get a bag. There'll be a tackler on this side. And then anybody extra is behind these lines. This guy's going to work off these 2 bags. So you 2 are holding bags. Okay? Stand up right next, tight.
Tight.
If you're a DB or a linebacker, I'm going to start, whistle blows. What we're going to teach them is we're going to run through, we're going to snap like a snake. We're seeing all the things. Run your feet, bring your hips, run your feet, club, grab cloth. And the guy, I've got a young coach that'll stand right behind me back here, and the 2 things he's watching is eyes, because the bad tacklers close their eyes, and hands. So I'm going to drive, okay, and I got the whistle. I'm going to drive through him. I'm not going to try to pick him up. Boom. Snap like a snake, driving back. When I hear the whistle, I'm going into a back pedal. When I get back in front of me, so we're going to try to teach technique as we're going here, be under control. Boom. As soon as this guy gets done, there's the 2 guys with the bags. Boom, 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 you go down the line, rotate. So we'll start safeties here, corners will start at Thurman Station, linebackers start at scoop and score, and D-line starts at a cross.
No, I'm not sure I understand that. Do you end up tackling somebody?
Well, we're driving through them, but we don't take them to the ground.
Okay, so I'm working on the first
They got a bag.
Wrap up, whistle,
Wrap
on your
up.
feet.
As soon as you get to them, they take a step forward.
Okay,
And if they do that, they should be able to get a great pop.
okay.
The reason we do it, because when you do it without a bag, here's what happens after you do the drill very long. They start jumping, they get in. So for about the last 6, 7 years,
So I hit the first bag, then I back up.
back in front of the second bag,
Second bag.
drive through it, blow the whistle, you're done.
You're done, okay. I
Next
know
group's
you kept-
going.
you kept going.
Next 3. Now these guys, well, then I'm right here to the next group. I'm right in between these cones, and then they keep rotating around till they're done.
How far is the tackler off?
3 yards, we're right here. It's not a high speed deal. Now, linebackers and safeties and corners all back pedal back in front. D-line do draw replace. So when they tackle, as soon as the whistle blows, they plant their step, and now they come back just like if they rushed up the field, they get back in front of the guy, and they're driving through again. Now the big coaching point is the guys holding the bags tight, or you can't get your arms around the shields, and you got to take that step forward, or they get knocked on their butt all the time.
Then they're just backpedaling or turning and going back to 3.
Then, yep, just get back right down here. And the biggest thing we're trying to, every minute of the day, we're trying to teach them one more time of learning, they're working on back pedal or whatever they do.
Bend, and also you got T-plan or whatever you teach there with your
Okay.
transition.
Okay, exactly. Now, the next one Thurman has, and this is the open field tackle. We'll have, so get it bigger. There's a cone sitting here. These are 3 yards apart. Here's 2 lines standing back here on both sides.
Use this pen here, Gary, so this,
Okay? They're about 10, well, about 7 on each side. One's got the bag, one's the tackler. And what we're teaching now is the biggest thing you have, and we felt like we had a problem last year, we've moved these closer together. They're going to start up, we're going to run. The ball carrier, the tackler is going to get here and he's going to stop and settle. So like he's in open field and the guy caught the ball and here he comes at him. The guy's going to come, when he gets to the cone, the running back now is going to cut it at 45, not make an angle. Because you know what happens when you get real close, what's the first thing a natural young player does? The guy cuts right here on me.
Stop
His feet, he jumps, he reaches out for him. So what we're teaching with the bags now, I get here, I want to teach him to run his feet through and get his butt around. We want to get our hips around. So now we're teaching an open field tackle. Come here, stop. This guy comes up and makes a move. I drive through him and get my butt around. Bring down his hips.
grab my feet till I hear a whistle.
Yep, then Chris has got it here, and then they rotate around. Now Mark teaches back here, he's got 3 bags.
And how far apart did you say these guys were, Coach?
7, about 7 from their deal, so they come running
You
up.
guys got the shield.
Yeah, got the shields. Now Mark's got the
How far
drill.
the cones apart?
3.
3. Now, back here, Mark's got scoop and score. And all he's doing is standing right here. And these guys are going through the bags, boom, 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 and he's going to throw the ball on the ground. If they can pick it up, and you see, we've
Is
scored.
this the next station?
Yeah, this is the 3rd station now
Okay.
of the 4. We scored 11 touchdowns on defense in 2 years. 5 of them have been picking the ball off the ground running for a touchdown. Okay? Really what it is, you come across, as you step over the bag, he's gonna twirl it or bounce it. If the ball bounces up and I can pick it up, go in this direction, it's a touchdown. If I miss it or I did it, I get down on it in traffic. That's all he teaches there in this deal.
This is in your tackling circuit,
Tackling circuit.
but you're not tackling, you're just.
I'm sorry, that's incorrect.
Okay.
That's our first takeaway. He's doing string out. So now, first guy in front of the line, as you guys do it, breach drill, we teach turn the helmet, the pad. If their fingers don't stay up, if their fingers come out at all, they're doing it again. Any of the 3. Got it. We're gonna turn the helmet. Get as low as they do, turn it, and as soon as I get off the block, I work up the field. The next guy in line, as soon as he sees him get off the block, is coming to cut. Plays him, and then you make the tackle on the 3rd guy. Boom, 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 they just keep rotating around.
What was the point of
There's a first hand.
Well,
They're not
what happens is,
strapping hands down.
your hands come down, your eyes come down, so
Right.
you gotta get as low as he does, so if I come here when I turn, if I smack the helmet and my thumbs stay up, my fingers stay up, I'm fine, but what'll happen is they go. When they do that, I do that. Now, I turn helmet and shoulder pad. And the other thing that we're learning, a lot of people are saying is that they try to get both hands on the hat. We're helmet, shoulder pad. 4th drill, now so we're teaching leverage. Get your hips down. 4th drill, square drill, Stan has. Bag holders are standing right here, 5 yards apart. This guy's told to run a straight line. This guy's going to tackle him again. We're working on close collision and getting the hips around. Again, the worst thing that happens is with players is those guys, when the guy comes up, is he hits and then the guy drags it. He doesn't get his hips around. So it's a real working on, what we're really trying to work on is we get here and then we want to sink the hips and we want to bring them underneath us and we want to come around with
Getting
them.
your hat across him?
Yeah. And actually what we do is we're going to try to go through to get his ear hole right there. Inside eye to ear hole. And then they're back down to here. When we get going, we get this all done in 5 minutes. They get 1 tackle. This is the one that we gauge it off of. This takes the longest.
So when that one's done, that guy blows a whistle.
Yeah, what happens is, when we get going, I stand right here. And usually what I try to do when he can come down, I let him do it. Coach Fran does all this. And that way I can go coach.
Throw me that dead one laying there so you quit using it. All right, good. Takeaways.
Okay, we got a takeaway A, we have a takeaway B. And the reason we went to it is it's different things, and they got bored with the first. They get bored with the first one. Here, first station. Again, we're on the hashes. First station, we have balls with straps on them. We have the guys sew straps in that have handles. We work strip and we work punch with partners. So we have about 10 to 12 balls, and the ball is like this. And what it does, it has a strap on it. It's about 3 foot long. What the guy with the ball has, he's got the ball in the hand and he's got the strap around his fingers. Because the worst part about it is you're chasing balls everywhere. So what you got the strap.
I hate that the way we do it. When we
And
go
so
pick
first
it
thing, the guy behind you is just jogging this fast. You're going to work both arms going back, and then the party comes back. So the first thing we're going to do is strip. Secure the tackle, strip. So he knocks it out, ball's still in the hand, he just pulls the strap up and get it, you put it in the other hand. Here, secure the tackle, strip, then they turn around and come back, and then secure the tackle, punch. And that's where the balls go everywhere. Now you're on the strap, and it only goes 3 feet, pull it back in, keep going. All I had to do was the equipment guy just took some old balls, and he put straps on them.
Is he marking it?
Huh?
Is he making
No,
it?
because actually where I started, Bump and I got it, we started doing it at Utah State.
Oh.
I mean at Naval Academy.
Well, they even sewed the damn thing on there.
I don't know how they do it either, I never looked that close. So, that's where first group starts. Then Thurman's got drill where they're just coming at him. So it's gonna be just running rapid fire, pass ball Oski, fire him straight at him. When they all get through, then what he's gonna do is come down to him because we wanna start making an emphasis about catching the ball over his shoulder, deep ball. So now it's gonna be set hit, they start in the backfield, then they open up, he's gonna try to throw it like a deep ball, we're gonna make him go up and play the ball. Because we've never done that in the drill and we added that to that. When D linemen get here, he gets down on a knee, like this. Makes him come up, and they're running straight at him. And without saying anything, he's just gonna go like this. And so what we're doing is, we're making him catch the ball, but the other thing we're trying to do is, another time, we're trying to make them start working getting their hips down. Because you gotta, for him to catch, don't throw the ball up near, I mean, they throw it down here. So what happens is the D lineman gotta come over here, he gotta shake his hips, to catch it, so it's just another drill than what we're doing, because this is nothing really for them to do at this drill. Now, the other thing that we'll do here for them is, well, we'll get the other takeaway. So that's what happens at this station. The third station, I already told you, is the scoop and score station. They're stepping over, rolling the ball, either pick it up and run with it or fall on it, depending on whether you're going forward or back. Fourth station, if you're a safety, a corner, or really anybody now. Corners don't do it as much. Stan has a big one of those stand-up pop-up dummies, has arms. He stands there with the ball. There's a guy on this, there's two lines like this, they're going this way. He stands there, holds the ball to the dummy. Whichever side this guy's going to come up, it's like we're running smokes or your defensive end, that guy is going to strip. This guy's got to find the ball, and the other point we went into, this guy used to lay there. Now you got to get up, everybody got to chase the ball again, just like this one. If you can pick it up on the run, pick it up. If you can't, you fall on it. The other thing he'll do with corners there is he will do tip drills some. Just because they don't get a chance really to blitz or they don't play the quarterback that often.
Which drill is your indicator when to switch?
Okay, the one that is the indicators, right, is the one down here with the handles, where they have the ball on the straps.
Once they get a strip each side,
Yeah, and a punch each side, then we're done, and then we'll rotate. Again, we'll get this all done within 5 minutes. We first teach it in the spring, and we'll use 10 minutes to make sure, because we got young guys, and then once we get going, we don't waste much time. Whatever it takes to get done, then we're out of there.
Okay.
Now, takeaway B. Takeaway B, then down here where we start, we'll have two big bags. If you're a DB linebacker, or corner safety or linebacker, Rick's going to stand here, there's going to be a line, first guy gets in here, and we're going to drive with the bags like we do in robber covers, everything. If you catch it, great. If you don't get to it, then you got to make the tackle. You're going to try to run over the bag.
Those are big pop-ups. That's what one you do, right, Willard?
Now, when the D-line gets there, we use another strap deal. Because there'll be two D-linemen get down here and three-point strap. He'll say, set, go. The strap now will be about 6 feet long. What he will do is he will drop back, and when he goes to throw here, that guy has to get his hands up, and he will throw the ball, and they'll have to hands, eyes, tip it. This guy runs through. So this guy doesn't, you train him not to stop when he's not the guy where the ball is thrown. So the guy has to double clutch if he runs through it. The other part, when they get bored with that, with the D lineman, we will put all four of them in front of him. We'll do a volleyball drill. He'll get about 3 footballs with the manager, and the 4 guys will stand there, and he'll go just like this. He'll take all those balls as fast as he can get them, and we're just teaching them to try to take their hands and eyes up and find the ball, so on the line of scrimmage they can tip it. That only lasts about 10 seconds a group because they can those guys get tired real fast. Second drill, Thurman's. Thurman goes again to whatever kind of ball drill he wants to teach. Tip drill is one of them he'll use. We'll work on some more 45s if we need to, but it's going to have something concerning catching the football here. The fourth drill now up here, Parksy does the one we just talked about, the elbow strip. So he has a ball carrier with a strap. Tackler, puncher. So the tackler is going to come in. If the ball's on this side, he's going to tell him to put it in the right hand. This guy's going to tackle from behind. This guy's going to run in from this side, elbow up, wrist down. Elbow up, wrist down. Ball gonna fall out, they gotta get on it. And the coaching point to that is, when we first started teaching, we try to do it at once. They slap harder than they pull. So what they have to come in, it's very important to make sure they get the elbow up before this comes down, or they miss the elbow. I'm gonna tell you, you feel like you're breaking it when you're trying to hold in tight. And they do that. Stands over here, we're just going to teach them how to recover fumble. Reach out and get it, not try to just, waller on it. So to be down, you're right here, turn around. He'll do it two ways. He'll either make them turn around and get it, or he'll put them down on the ground. He'll put them on the ground on his knees, and he'll toss it one way, and they're on the ground, so now they have to reach out, pull them in, and cuddle it. Because the worst thing happens, you go, even on the ground, the guy, he keeps doing it, keeps bumping away from him. Reach out, take strong hands, pull it in, cradle. And that's our two takeaways.
Do that how often?
We'll usually do takeaway A or B on a Tuesday, and then tackling circuit on a Wednesday, or vice versa.
During the season?
During the season. About probably 3/4 of the way we quit doing them.
And how about spring ball?
Spring ball, we'll try to do them every day. We'll do either pursuit with all the crossing routes. We have perfect drops, build any of that in. Either a pursuit, a takeaway, or a tackling. They prefer not the tackling circuit because it wears their butts out. That one's a hard one. Everything, again, we tackle, we try to do with shields as much as possible.
I got 4:30. You want to watch a little 2 combo?
Go for it. Cool.
Let's watch a little cover 2 combinations. And
Combo.
anybody else?
I'm gonna have to go through withdrawal 2 full days of football. I have to go through withdrawal tomorrow.
Talk about in
And
your
I'm gonna feel lonely.
Let me see, I had some other real, what was your slide from fitness, so I got that, turn in shape versus split, and you said the front.
That might be off. Let's see, check it out.
All right, already answered that.
So what do you think of all this stuff? You can be honest, you always have with you. My view on it is why offensive guys for so many years have been able to have all the fun.
Every one of those things have got answered, so that's good there. The restroom.
Could have swore there was a kid from Belen that was one of y'all's what? Did a guy visit there from Belen?
Not this year.
So what's the personality of the defense they like, just player-wise?
They love to blitz, move around.
Yeah.
We kind of build it into them though. It's not like we're really good true man players.
Yeah.
I mean, we're not like that. But they don't like to sit still.
Ever talk to you about zone or man?
Are my guys?
Do the players ever talk to you about
Oh, well, no, because really it's still, from the very first day of understanding when they said in the paper that you got an interception, this is the way I teach it, they don't say that you did a 360 and you fell flat on your back and you caught it one-handed. They just say it's an interception. So if you can talk somebody into throwing the ball to you and it hits you in the chest, it counts the same thing. And that's really kind of how we talk about our man and zone type structure. We're going to play both. Even in our zone structure, you've got a lot of man principles, except true 3D. And like I was telling Willie, everything we teach is about the same within all the techniques. And it's going to be your job to use them to your advantage.
Do you have any spot drop coverage?
Just cover 3.
But you have cover 3.
And then hard, cover 5 as much as we can, but that's,
That's it. All
anymore it's just really hard.
It's all match zone.
It's really hard.
Match zone to man's all you're doing. Always felt like there is a time, it's phenomenal to me when every now and then you just call spot drop
that's against our offense, just covering three. Well, you saw the other day, you just line up and,
Or just do it, I mean, it's just kinda like, you just run back there, and they're used to you matching up to the routes. And you do it, and you'll move yourself over to it, then all of a sudden you just stand there, and they'll just throw it right to you. It's the damn thing I've ever seen. I'm talking maybe 4 times a game. And,
I would agree with that.
you just do it sometime, just.
Now,
no
see,
big deal.
See, for underneath for us, and maybe that's why we have so much success, our robber covers the field is basically that. I mean, you're telling a strong safety just to run the flat, unless number 3 runs a swing on him, he
Yeah,
does.
but you're not gonna run flat for no one out there hardly.
No, but he's pretty close to that.
That's my point, you know, that's, I mean, 'cause that's, you just match. So, I mean, if they got a bunch of them in one place, you're gonna have a bunch of them in one place. If they got them scattered all over the field, you're gonna be scattered all over the field. But when you just start out there and zone off and break on the ball, just every now and then.
Now, I tell you, one of the things the Cowboys said last year when we went there, they have what they call, and they did it like in 3rd and short, they'd have, make what they call the hard call.
Out of 5.
Yeah. And what I tell them is to back up, and every one of them didn't read a wide receiver. And that's something we may try this spring. All they did was read the quarterback.
Oh,
So if you did come up or 0 fiddle to the read side, so that, and so let's say 0 fiddle, let's do it better, let's go 2-5, okay? Field G set, 25. Now that allows me to get my free safety back on the guard, so when they go motion, which most of the time they run back in the boundary to the 50 side against us, back here, if you wanted, we can put that film in on, this will look exactly like it. So now in 5, I'm the half player, I'm the quarterback player, I'm the quarterback player. If I call 2 blue, then I'm the bail, quarterback player, I'm the pitch player, and I'm the quarterback player. But it allows me to get that 3 deep look back there that you want with the robber player. So now when they go here, I'm actually helping pick it up because you changed the strength motion with this guy. When he went motion, I was reading left, he went like this. I shuffled, then I play that guy before I run the alley.
Okay, now, let's just say you had field G, blue Q,
Mm-hmm.
okay? Where's that end of the field lining up on that slot?
Well, if you just call field G, he's in a 5. Not even on the slot.
Okay, but he's still gonna sit on a
No,
field block.
only if I call a sit. He'll
He's got
close
a
down
free
the bear.
technique,
Huh?
he's got-
Well, I know. But you have to do something because when they start going to these sets, when it gets to this thing, it all becomes different. But that's, this year, on a daily basis, that is the way we will play the Eagle side. We will play a sit call, period. Because they don't do anything to us. Air Force didn't do it to us. We gotta play Navy and we gotta play Rise. And I'm gonna shoot whoever's
Eagle
scheduled.
side's gonna be an automatic, I mean, that's.
You got all 3 of them this year?
No, but we got 2 out of 3, and they're
You got
totally
Rice.
different.
You got Rice, and
Navy,
this year you got Navy?
yeah. I mean, they're number 1 in the nation throwing the football.
Where are you playing?
There,
At Navy?
yeah,
Welcome home.
huh? Yeah. Anchors away, my friend. Shit. I'm sorry, Chuck, what were you gonna ask?
That's okay.
Now,
Now, how about
a
if we
stunt that'll really help up front when we're playing everything is just a name call.
Uh-huh.
Versus inside beer, now you really close that mesh down when they're trying to step down, and they are going back here.
Which one did we run against Ohio our first year? We called 0 pitch or 0 load. And
0 load.
who was it? Schultze? Was it
Yeah.
Schultze? We lost our starting strong, we were playing with, well, anyway, it doesn't matter. What, how about if you got both wideouts on the same side?
We play, if there's somebody that does that, we will make a flip call with it.
Okay.
And obviously, it's unbalanced, the inside corner will turn inside of that guy and play pitch. You gotta be careful against Navy because they do that.
They do what?
Put the guy on the line, put this guy off, and then he's eligible.
Mhm.
And the other thing we found out, an ineligible player, this is Paul Johnson of Georgia Southern, an ineligible player can catch the ball behind the line of scrimmage. So what they came up with, this guy was ineligible, so what he did was,
Bowling.
assholes.
An ineligible player can catch the ball behind.
Yeah,
the
he's
line.
on the
He can
line.
catch a lateral, he can't catch a full.
Yeah, and you know who else did this? Colorado State did it, they threw it back to a guard on the goal line.
Yeah. You can catch a lateral more
Yeah.
fast. Anyone can catch a lateral.
Anybody can catch a lateral. They sprint out, they run all the receivers across the field, and their guard leaks out the backside, and they throw it. They throw a lateral.
Town coach these things. Seen them.
And you know, we thought it's a bad pass, right? Nah. We look at the rule book. It's legitimate. Just never seen it before.
Strategic.
Now,
How about if the team's playing with a tight end, 2 slots, and 1 wide?
31 personnel. First answer is we're going to slide this. No matter what the front. So let's just say tight G or tight. We're going to slide it. And then I'm going to decide to play 2 or blue or whatever we decide to do over here.
Okay, so you're gonna be reading right on that side there.
Reading right, because that's the twin side, just like your normal.
Okay, so you're-
I tell you, you know what the play is? You work 100% of the time on option. Well, actually 98, because on against Rice we work counter ISO. Okay? This year, only 47% of the time did they run any option. Which that's the option. They run counter ISO, they run quarterback ISO follow, they run the little fullback belly here where they go down, down, they double everything. This guy kicks out, they run it off your buddy. If you try it, you can't pinch them anymore. You can't pinch inside because these guys, they just wash and roll to the outside.
What was your full call there? Tight G slide?
Tight G slide and either blue or 2 blue, or again going back to 0 pitch.
0 pitch.
And then Chuck, the other one I forgot on the double slot.
Can I, when
Go
you
ahead.
said blue over there, okay, I got you. You had your corner up?
Yeah. And you can play it the opposite way if you wanted to. But
Did you ever cue that there?
no, well, yeah, we have where this guy comes in. Whole thing is we're going to read this guy. If he comes inside, and that's one thing I want to remind you of. People aren't running, they're not running midline out of double slot anymore because of the look we just gave you. Because, you know, with the inside very used to be able to play the robber coverage. You could give a 3 deep look, but they don't allow you to do that anymore because what you've got to be able to do, and that's why we started using the Q call and started showing a 4-3 look, is when this guy fans for midline loaded, when they read the 3, he's going to step around, they're going to block him. This guy's got to be able to read this guy. When he comes inside, he stays outside the block, he's got to fold and be the next quarterback.
Yeah, that's what we did.
And these guys are pitch player. Okay, have to do it. Now here's what they're doing though. Here's what Rice and Air Force are doing. They're bringing this guy around. This guy's coming inside. This guy's coming blocking. Is coming double lead to the quarterback. He's taking and he's going and blocking this guy, and now they're running with it.
Yeah.
So it's loaded on the inside.
Yeah, it's like a starburst
Oh,
effect.
freaking, like wham.
Yeah, it is. Well, it is. You know, the quarterback's carrying it. I mean, that's the kind of plays we get from Rice anymore. I mean, they got us a little bit of an option, but we've given up 2 touchdown plays in 4th and short on that little belly play. We pinched, and the guy slid the outside and make a tackle when we got beat 14-12 by him at our house. And then
This
he
year?
went up,
This year?
2 years ago. And then last year, it was like at the end of the ball game, and we're trying to make things happen. The guy slides outside, and no one touched him. He runs right on the tight end side and runs right by us
What was
again.
the score this year?
Last year was this year was 42-14. Threw an 2 interceptions for touchdowns and 2 balls over our head. 28 points. 28 points on interception for touchdowns and balls over our head.
42-14, they beat you?
Yeah. We were ahead 14-0. Last year before was 14-12. It's one of those things where you know how your interhouse. I can tell you, we can turn it on.
I'm only kidding, but believe me, I know.
Now Air Force, which they're ranked 14th in the nation, we beat them the year before.
Yeah.
On the same year, we got beat 14-12. The difference is, in the alley, the linebacker makes the play in the alley. This last year on turf, he grabs and he don't reach him. you know, kind of thing.
Our first year, we're playing Ohio. Correct me if I'm wrong, the first 5 times we go on the field, we are inside of our own 30. We get,
Yeah, we stopped them.
we stopped them
Three or four.
three of the 4 times, got turnovers back again or stopped them on 4th down. Then we get a punt blocked and they get the ball inside there, and that's when they got their first touchdown. And even with that, I think, we went into the half losing 14-0.
They scored on like
Yeah, the
last-
second touch came,
Oh,
freaking near 2-minute, 50-yard line, and they ran the freaking belly. Was it the belly?
to give.
Or just the give? And we were in load, and our safety went outside, and something happened in there, and the freaking guy runs 50 yards for the touchdown.
Well, I tell you this much, they're totally different on grass than they are on turf.
We played them real well that first half, and we played the shit.
Sounds like you did a great job. I tell you, I've just about come down to sometimes. SMU has done the best job on Rice of anybody I've seen. And they've stunned about every freaking down. When they get in double slots, they take their ends.
Why don't you make a note to have Warren see if he'll send us that?
Ends are like this, they line up in the slots. Their ends are like this and their back are stacked behind it. And they play double twos. And sometimes they come down hard, they take the dive. Sometimes I don't think they got anybody on dive.
Dick's a stunner against the.
Yeah, well, I mean, we used to do, in fact, this year, he took our Rice game plan from the year before, the slide package, and he beats Rice, I mean, what, 21-3 or whatever it was, and gets it. So we come up and use the same stuff. Hell, shit, woo! Woo! Here we go, and shit, I'm glad we came down here.
What's the lesson there, though, really, seriously?
Better have something different.
Yeah, you know, they knew damn well.
Well, I tell you, the other thing they did is I think Hardy McCurry set me up. He had me talk to the Lone Star Clinic when we talk on option. The year after they beat us 14-12. So I'm down talking on option, and I think he took the tapes and handed them to Rice.
When I went to visit Navy, did I tell you? Because that guy came from Ohio, defense coordinator. And he said they played 50 against option because it gave their own teams a lot. Their own team. He wouldn't get into it. He wouldn't give me any secrets because he's got a lot of buddies at Ohio. We play next year.
No, that's one of the things versus double slot. I think we're going to play because I think our 95, that's our 3 technique. We're going to play nose guard. I think that they'll have a lot of problems. And we run too well on the outside with our ends and our safeties. Now the key is they got a good fullback. Now can you hold up because you don't play at 50? But we're going to work on it 3 days this spring, at the end of spring, the last 3 days.
We did that. We did that.
2 days and 2 days. And
You're seeing it 3 times, right?
We're going to see it twice this year. Coach, between coaching at Navy, coaching at, and then playing Air Force also at New Mexico and then our house,
We do, yeah.
and Rice every day. You know, the most amazing thing is they're all different.
Oh, yeah.
Rice is a power team to run the counter ice, so if you don't stop that, they'll never run the option. Navy is they hate 4 yards, and Air Force can throw the heck out of the ball.
That year we played Ohio, they threw it 3 times, they were 0 for 3, it was good for our pass. That's why we were in the top 20 that year in pass
Yeah,
defense.
you're right.
Hey, whatever it takes to keep your job.
Huh? Yeah, we got beat 31 to fucking something, 31 to 7 or something like that, wasn't it?
First year?
Yeah.
We got killed.
Massacre.
Second half. That was it for us.
I hate that little stadium. Just all those kids behind you just piss you off.
That always-
We beat them 6-0. We beat them 6-0. They ragged us the whole time we were there.
We never had a problem shutting them down. Even when we got fired, the old staff, they couldn't fucking move the ball worth nothing. They threw it on a covered up receiver, that was ineligible, caught a touchdown.
2 of them.
Yeah.
Twice. When we first got here, Kyle showed us
Fucking
twice
covered
against
up.
Ohio.
He just runs down there and they're not covering him because he's ineligible.
Unbalanced.
Unbalanced.
The guy was
stayed in, right?
covered up, and he ran down the field twice.
And they do it on purpose because
They know the official gonna miss it.
Okay, well, let's watch a little of this 2 combo here.
That's cheating.
Cheating.
That's
Cheat.
unethical.
Here, well, so you guys can make the calls. I'll sit here and,
Huh? You guys can make the call.
because it should read the call up there, I think.
Combo tape? Hold on a second.
You got it, you got you.
These
baby.
Ready?
Where were you when you played them, Gary?
Who?
Oh, you?
Oh, I was at Utah State.
Uh-huh.
You played them, you
Game,
played
huh?
them before they were option team, right?
Yeah, I did. They're pretty good on defense.
Lichtenberger was there?
It's wide too, huh?
Was
Yeah.
Lichtenberger there? Yeah.
That's when they're having a deal where, wasn't he sick, and the defensive coordinator was kind of acting like the head coach, and then when the guy finally came back, there
Yeah.
was turmoil between them.
Sounds like Johnny Majors. Two blue.
Now, all of this might have had a solo or stuff with it, but the calls turned out the way it would have been
They're
called.
playing two blue,
Yeah,
okay? Once again, at two blue now, if that tight end went straight to the flat, that corner would play him, and this guy'd go over the
Yep.
top and play him, right?
exactly.
So really, they're like banjoing right there,
Yep.
right?
That's correct.
So this guy, what does he have to do? Tell me what he's doing.
Pass shows, he just needs slice, he just leverage on the curl.
So he's working
From
with
anything
curl,
inside
and
out.
any
Curl
backs
leverage
come
off
in,
the
or
right.
anybody from the other side, he's ready to play, right?
Yes, that's exactly, he's like the strong safety down here.
And we all ought to know what we're doing here with two. Right now, what kind of call is he giving this guy here?
Nothing.
Nothing, so nothing, I'm just gonna get depth.
That's right.
Start to look for something coming from inside.
Yep.
And he's gonna zone flip on this right here.
Yep, that field is slippery now. See those sand lines?
Uh-huh.
They're about a foot long because it rained down there, and so, I mean, this field's bad. That's the old side over there was TCU fans. You would know by watching our stands at home games, we had that many TCU people. There's more people go to the bowl games than come to our home games. Really, you'd like that linebacker, the wayside, to work wide outside of the guy.
Yeah.
Again, I was telling you, one of the things we didn't feel like we did a really good job of, that we're doing a better job this spring, is the wayside linebacker, working outside.
Okay, now Gary, your whole cut up here, now the first one was two blue. So all these, you don't have all the two blues together, right?
Yeah, I just gotta see, it could end up being two blue here. This ends up being two blue because he doesn't have anything. Question here was whether he did check solo, because either they checked roll or he played two with it. It looks like he played two at the top and we got a solo call at the bottom.
Now what problem, you don't really have any problems if he checks roll and this guy checks solo.
No,
He's
just
just
got no
really
vertical
secure
routes.
against number 3 on the vertical.
And he just all vertical. Now you got a lot of vertical players.
Okay. And really, that's really the only time you're really communicating from one side to the other,
Yeah.
pretty much, right?
Yes,
Your solos,
exactly.
Broncos.
Whenever you cross the line of the center. Center down here, this thing, and down here is what,
Solo, the way backer's got the back, right, Gary?
correct.
now he's not taking him because of the
Huh?
depth.
Yes, he crossed short when it's not, but Reggie ends up, because of boot action, Reggie ends up picking this up and then helps late. Really what I'd like to happen here in the corner, we'd like to see him come off on the wheel
You didn't get
and
it.
the free safety. See, now watch it, here's a great point of him. Let's see here, when you get it to depth, see how the free safety plays the post right here. Now, he holds too long because the corner, he doesn't think the corner's gonna come off. It's pretty smart on his part.
Now, should he have been making a wheel call right now?
And a great chance that he did.
Okay, so that corner should have come off.
The corner didn't come off.
But if that corner had, well, I guess he's okay. The thing
See,
that's
I think he hung 'cause he
amazing to me is I don't really remember doing this, but, you know, to me, that's a little bit of a short split. So I'm probably would have been more maybe on the inside shoulder, but you guys really